Ooh.
And President Trump faces off against another media company. The president has filed a lawsuit against the BBC seeking $10 billion in damages. NTD's Daniel Monahan has more on the suit over alleged defamation in a news special that aired last year.
The
Gotta get
33-page
him.
legal filing accuses the BBC of making a false, defamatory, deceptive, disparaging, inflammatory, and malicious depiction of President Trump. The news piece was aired 1 week before the
Let's
2024
go.
presidential election. Trump's lawsuit called it a brazen attempt to interfere in and influence the election's outcome to Trump's detriment.
Literally, to put words in my mouth. They had me saying things that I never said coming out. I guess they used AI or something.
The BBC aired an episode titled Trump, A Second Chance on October 28, 2024, 1 week before the presidential election. The suit argues that the media company intentionally and maliciously sought to fully mislead its viewers by splicing together clips of remarks that Trump made ahead of the January 6, 2021 Capitol breach.
Right here, we're going to walk down.
In the BBC program, editors spliced together 2 clips from the speech, creating the impression that Trump had said, "We're going to walk down to the Capitol and I'll be with you and we fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore." In reality, the clips came from separate portions of the speech, including one in which Trump said, "We're going to walk down and I'll be with you. We're going to walk down to the Capitol." And another, 54 minutes later, in which he said, "We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore." Court documents include a letter from BBC Chair Samir Shah to Trump saying, quote, "Let me address immediately your speech of January 6, 2021. The way the speech was edited in the documentary gave a misleading impression of what you said. The editing unintentionally created the impression of a single continuous section of your speech rather than excerpts from different points in the speech. This gave the mistaken impression that you had made a direct call for violent action. That was an editorial error, and it should not have happened." The lawsuit asks for $10 billion in damages, citing the value of Trump's personal brand and the injury to President Trump's business and personal reputation. President Trump yesterday also addressed the conviction of Hong Kong pro-democracy activist Jimmy Lai.
I feel so badly.
Jimmy Lai.
I spoke to President Xi about it, and I asked to consider his release. He's not well. He's an older man, and he's not well. So I did put that request out. We'll see what happens.
Lai is the founder of the now-closed newspaper Apple Daily. He could face life in prison after his conviction under Hong Kong's draconian...
All right, so BBC does something, and they want it to sound like it was a whoopsie. You know? Oh, we accidentally spliced two parts of a speech, spaced an hour apart from each other, and it was a mistake. Sorry. You know.
Yeah.
I saw a video by I think it was Lindell. They were interviewing Tario. What's his name? The guy who got picked up, who wasn't even at the Capitol, but simply because he was in a chat room, they arrested him and were about to put him away for 19 years for being in a chat room.
Wow.
And he said that one of the evidence that they played in the court was that footage from the BBC.
Wow.
So when people like say the BBC made a mistake, it literally was about to cost people their entire lives. And to be honest, there are people who will never recover from January 6th. Right. So what do you guys think of this lawsuit? Okay, because some people are like, I saw a post on X by a lawyer who says that she read the brief on the lawsuit and that Trump is being a big baby. I'm like,
no, sue him. The majority of Americans want the lawsuits to happen, especially where January 6th was concerned. Because what happened that day had too many influencers from the Democrats' side mixed in with the crowd that actually did the worst actions.
Yep.
It was Antifa that actually laid hands on the police line. It wasn't Trump supporters. You won't see Trump
Um,
supporters attacking law enforcement.
Trump supporters don't do things
well,
like that.
No.
well, there were some victims, right? Ashley Babbitt,
Yeah.
like, they lost their lives. Like, it was unnecessary. All of it.
Well, the one Capitol police officer that died, he died from other circumstances after.
Yeah, that's right.
And his mother even came out and stated that. And people wouldn't believe it. And the only one who died in the Capitol that day was the woman who got shot.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Now,
18.
now while we're talking, guys who are watching, okay, let's know your thoughts in the chat. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, hit the bell icon. Okay, let's know your thoughts in the chat. We will read all of your messages. If it's on topic, okay, you have to be on topic and you have to make sense. Okay, so leave your thoughts in the chat. We're going to read your chat and respond to you live. Okay, we're live and we're going to do that. Okay, Tony. All right. Let's go. Yeah, you were about to say something and I cut you off. I'm sorry. I just needed to talk to the guys who are watching because I was like, okay, let's not ignore them, so that they don't feel like they're left out. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, ask questions, man. Throw them out at us. Let's all have a kind of chat together, and kind of keep the conversation kind of flowing. This is what it's all about. We don't all know all the answers, but we know most know, right? And we can kind of work this kind of craziness out, man. It's better to talk rather than just kind of think about it and just let it sit in your head. That's what I've always thought.
Yeah.
Well, just on NTD News, I'm not sure if you guys have seen that stuff. I remember one of the journalists, he went to January 6th. I think I can't remember. He's a young dude. I started watching him years ago, and he was filming and stuff like that, like on the ground there. And what they were saying on mainstream media was not happening. And that was the day I went, what the hell is going on here? That was the actual day, and it was NTD, and I think the young dude, I can't remember his name. It was really cool. But he reminds me of Tim Pool, because Tim Pool used to be like that. He used to be on the ground kind of journalist, kind of, man. And he was groundbreaking with this stuff. Like, wow, Tim Pool. He's an OG kind of old school on the ground, boots on the ground journalist, young dude. And there's others out there like him,
Right, so we're all for Trump suing the BBC out of existence.
Hell yes.
I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible because the British government will simply tax the British people to keep the BBC going. And if there's another Democrat president, they're going to figure out a way to send money, okay, through another outfit like the USAID to fund the BBC. You do know that that USAID was funding the BBC.
Well, I think that if Trump does sue and wins the lawsuit, that others will follow immediately.
Yeah, good point. It actually reminds me of The Dark Knight. There's a scene when the Joker kind of slides down the money, and it's a part where he says, it's not about the money, it's about sending a message, right? This sort of kind of reminds me of that. Like, if he wins, right, no one's going to do that again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's hoping. You know that whenever you see these things happening, especially with publicly owned outfits like the BBC, it's as if the people in office never learn. They never learn because they're using your money.
Yeah, man.
I would say that if Trump did win it, he'd probably set up a trust fund to send kids to good colleges to learn journalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And that would
yeah.
be a slap in the faces of the people he took the money from.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's take a side journey, okay, just briefly, and just hail the chat, okay? So let's know where you're chatting from. All right. I see Germanic 2002. They said, great show, new fan, keep up the good content. Thank you.
Yeah, let's go.
Consider
Come on.
subscribing, okay? Subscribe, like, and tell your friends. Tell your friends.
Yeah, man, this is
We
where the
have
cool people are.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
we
Bring it
have
on.
10,000
yeah, so we have free speech.
free speech. You still have
Yeah.
lakes there.
Lots of ease. Said Minnesota, land of 10,000 frauds, and then follows up that with saying, "Step aside, Santa Claus. ICE is coming to town. Merry Christmas, America." Yeah.
I love it.
Merry Christmas.
Clap,
Look,
clap, 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 clap.
look.
Yeah. Nice
We're here
one.
for it. Okay. It's
Yeah,
all
we're here
about
for it.
law and order. Okay. And that's a good one. All right. And then Canary King, as usual, says, greetings.
Where the hell are you?
All right. So let's jump into the next story. Okay. Ilhan Omar, our favorite Minnesotan. Okay. So free speech just led us into the segue into this next story. Okay. Ilhan Omar does what she does best.
God, man. Sometimes I
Alright.
don't like being this color, you know what I mean?
Well, let's listen to her. Look, maybe she says something reasonable. Maybe she makes sense. Okay, let's not be like that. Let's
go.
So here's Ilhan Omar talking about her son. She had this take where she claimed that her son was stopped by ICE, that ICE was profiling her son and stopped her son, that these people are hateful racists.
Oh, come on.
And then here she is on CNN because she got caught in a lie. Let's have a listen.
Oh, God.
The Department of Homeland Security says, and I'm quoting them, ICE has absolutely zero record of its officers or agents pulling over Congresswoman Omar's son, and have accused you of seeking to, quote, demonize ICE as part of a PR stunt, their words. What do you say to that?
Well, if ICE is saying that they have documentation of every single person that they have pulled over in Minneapolis, we would love to see that record because we've certainly, myself and the governor, have been asking them to share information with us on the ways in which they have interacted with Minnesotans, and they have not been able to provide a single information. So it is amazing that they're able to put out this statement in saying definitely that they did not pull my son over when they haven't been able to answer anything else. And ICE has been known to lie when it comes to their enforcement.
I know.
Oh, Lord.
God. You know, my blood is boiling and I want to throw my head against that brick wall. Like, these people really bother me, They really bother me. I was so full of shit. I need to hold myself just to calm down, guys.
So
Why?
So
Why are you there?
She says ICE has been known to lie. And I'm like, okay, where are all the lawsuits? Where are all the lawsuits of all the American citizens that you guys claim have been deported? Where are all the lawsuits? Where are the class action lawsuits of people who have been wrongfully arrested and detained in detention centers by ICE? Okay,
so she has been raised to be very good at propaganda. Her father was upstanding in a dictator's army that oppressed people. And then they fled the country when the dictatorship failed, and their lives was in danger from the people who hated them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Get him out.
He's good at it.
Get him out. Go away. Get off the please.
What is that? Oh, something about the webs they weave to deceive.
That's right. Like, there's too many of them, man. It's just
Getting caught in their own webbing.
true though.
All right.
True.
She got caught in a lie because in response to her accusations, ICE essentially says we don't have any documentation of this event ever happening. All right. Now, I don't see any posts. I don't see any posts of her saying, now, this is a perfect opportunity for her to have said, ICE is lying. This happened on the 15th of April, 2025, at the south corner of this street.
Yeah.
Okay. And describe the situation. It's her son, and her son would have given her all of the details.
Yeah.
She would have been able to rattle that off on CNN and say, tell them to counter that. So whenever you hear these guys just smile and accuse, all they have is accusations. Okay.
And I have never known anybody in America to carry their passport around with them, because she claimed he showed them his passport.
And I'm an immigrant and I don't carry my passport around. I don't carry my work permit around.
I was like, who does that?
So we're talking about consequences, right? Like the lack of, right? Continuously, they are lying, like straight to your face, man. Like straight to the public's face. Like, boom, cop that. I don't care. I'm lying to you, and you're not going to do anything about it. There has to be something done about it. Like, what are the consequences for this shit? The people have to.
You have to understand why they lie. They don't care that they get caught lying, as long as damage is done before you find out the truth.
Yeah.
It's all about creating the damage, because when the truth finally comes out, which takes a while to do it when a lie is involved, the damage is already done. And there'll be people walking around believing the lie for the rest of their lives.
Oh, God.
And
we can't continue to do this. It sounds like we're on a merry-go-round in the park of other rides, and we're all stuck on this one. It just feels like that. There has to be another way. Like something has to happen. The power is in the people, right?
Yep.
Right. There has to be a way.
Love Trump, because he calls them out immediately.
Yeah.
Nobody before has ever come out and said that's false, that's propaganda, that's a lie. There was one Republican in Congress that would ever do that, and now they're all doing it. It's like he opened up the door and gave them permission. You're allowed to call it a lie when it's a lie.
Yeah.
Remember the guy who stood up in a State of the Union and called Obama a liar?
Man, he's the one that came news, man, straight to their faces. Boom. Fake news. You're fake news. Next. Brilliant. Like the first time he did that. Sit down. Next. You know what I mean? Like, sit your ass down. You're fake news. Next. Unreal. When have you ever seen the president ever do that? Yeah, he did it. Unreal. Awesome.
He even tells them you're a very bad person.
Yeah.
Love it. Oh man, he's got guts,
He's simple. He just tells the truth, and that's why they hate him for it. He's not politically correct. He doesn't glaze over, truth. He just calls it out as it is.
They try to kill him. Let's be honest. They try to kill him.
Their political correct reminds me of the courts or the legislation in Britain of old days, where they'd wear their powdered wigs and speak appropriately, and
and
now we see them getting into fist fights.
Yep, big time. Fight it out. Fight it
So
out.
It's
comfortable.
crazy.
So this
Right.
woman
So
here,
yeah, go ahead.
what's the aftermath of this lady here? Is she obviously not going to be held accountable for any of this? I'm just going to lie and just keep going. And I can't believe CNN still spreads
She
lying
is
shit.
she is walking on such thin ice, it's not even funny. Because
Okay.
her citizenship can be revoked
Ooh.
and
Yes,
she
please.
can be deported.
Yeah. Can the people run a poll or a toll or something like that and signatures and just like want her out? Yes, tick, sign, do that and vote her out. Like something has
Only
to
the
happen,
ones
man.
who voted, only the ones who voted for her. And since it's the Somalians that voted to put her into office, I doubt that happens.
Oh,
But
All right.
Trump
no,
is trying to
no, that's
send
not
all
going to
them
happen.
home.
No, that's not
Right,
going to
right.
happen. What we're going to see is plenty of talking, plenty of grandstanding, and then unless there's a smoking gun from DHS and tons of evidence of fraud from the FBI,
Mhm.
even with all of that, they might make a deal
Her
because I don't
lying
think,
on asylum claims and
yeah,
lying on immigration status will get her thrown out of the country because that's
Good.
a felony.
all right.
Yeah,
Now
good.
she's married to an American citizen right now.
Tough. But
Throw him
don't
out
get
So
too.
the legal
Throw
citizenship.
him out. You go too,
I
mate.
know people. I knew a guy who got married to a girl in the Philippines, and it took him 5 years to get her here
mm,
and then
Damn.
married. So being married to an American citizen does not give you free entry into the country
Okay.
yeah,
necessarily.
That's how
and
good that is,
and
man. That's
and
really good.
and talking
That's
about
good.
fraud and how she's enriched herself in Congress. I don't think Congress will let that investigation fly because there will be many people in Congress that will be affected if that becomes a thing. Because if she's prosecuted and she's she's indicted for fraud and enriching herself while in office, the question is, so who's next?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's other people in Congress who have essentially stolen money and enriched themselves, that way, and they'll be like, if they set a precedent with Ilhan, then one of them is
That,
next. So they're going to block this or figure out a way to shield her from an
yeah.
indictment.
Well,
'Cause,
something I've noticed is exactly how many Democrats are coming to the defense of the fraud committed by the Somalians.
Mm,
Not many.
yeah,
They've distanced themselves already from her. She
they
is
don't want
finding
the hate, man.
herself. She's finding herself pushed out by her lonesome
Oh,
to
yeah.
deal with
cool.
it. And
All right.
they will put more distance between themselves, Ilhan Omar, and that crazy governor of theirs.
All right. Let's take a break. Tony, I need you to take a look at your audio. There's some feedback happening, and I think it's coming from your audio. So you
Hang
might
on.
have to check the settings of your mic and make sure that echo cancellation is
Oh,
is
it's
turned
like,
on.
oh, shit. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, just
okay.
noise
This is fun.
suppression, echo cancellation. Yeah, because you're not using headphones. you're you're not using headphones, so it's kind of feeding back our audio through your microphone.
And I also found out if you've got the YouTube feed up at the same time, you'll get that.
Oh yeah, so if you also have that up somewhere, you need to also turn that off.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm playing around with it. All right, cool.
All right,
Whoa.
I think you're good now.
He
Yeah,
froze.
so just turn off So what you do with your audio is turn on echo cancellation, and maybe. I'm still hearing myself in the feed. I still hear myself in the feed. Okay.
Yeah, it's still happening.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure he'll figure it out. Okay. So we've talked about Trump's $10 billion lawsuit and how we want to see that happen. And then Ilhan Omar's very interesting situation with her son actually not being pulled over by ICE, but she's insisting that they're lying. Okay, so when is she going to give us more detail about this arrest, dates, times, incident, reports that they could subpoena from ICE? They aren't saying anything about that, so that tells me something. Okay, that tells me something. Now, let's jump over to the next story. California Democrats are giving reparations. Tony, it's time to move to California.
And claim you're black.
Claim you're black, and you
your
deserve,
ancestors were slaves.
you
Which
deserve
California never
reparations.
had it.
Reparations. I need some reparations.
So they won't know.
Give me my reparations, please. Give me my reparations.
They have no clue whether or not you are ancestry from slaves because none ever existed in California.
Nope. So let's listen to this and see what they're talking about. Okay. So maybe there's a chance that you and I can get some reparations from California. Let's have a listen.
We'll move now to a story we've been following for several years. Reparations for black San Franciscans are back on the table.
And today, the San Francisco Board of Supervisors passed a measure that would create a fund designed to help black people who have been harmed by past city laws, including redlining from the 1950s through the 70s.
ABC 7 News political reporter Monica Madden is digging into the story for us. Monica, how much money would be added into this fund?
Dan and Alma, that's the kicker here. As things stand right now, the city is not appropriating a cent towards this reparations fund that might have made it easier to get the board's full support when the city is in a financial deficit. But supporters say at the least this sets up the framework for actual funding in the future.
I think it means repair.
As a descendant of slaves, James Taylor has long advocated for reparations.
My own hands have touched my grandfather's hands, and my grandfather touched his grandfather's hands, and that was a slave. So think about how recent that is and how economically the empty hands of my grandfather left me with nothing because the empty hand of his grandfather, who started in slavery, left him nothing.
Taylor says he's
I'm sorry. I need a minute. I need a minute to let that that cloud of stupid just dissipate for a bit. Sorry. I touched the hands of my grandfather. I touched the hands of my grandfather. And then he touched the hands of his grandfather. And that transferred the trauma of slavery over to me.
I instantly wanted to be white when I just wanted to white myself. I wanted to be a white person. I was embarrassed. The idiot.
A very big idiot.
No.
Reparations were paid for in blood. There was a whole lot of blood spilt to free the slaves.
Yep.
And then
White
private
blood.
citizens of America went over to Africa and bought a country named Liberia to give the slaves an option of if they wanted to go back to Africa, they could have that country. And they gave that country its independence, and it does very well today as far as I know.
Yep.
It's a very modern country.
Yeah. So instead of him talking about touching the hands of his his grandfather and his grandfather touching the hands of his grandfather, why doesn't he pack a bag and go over to Liberia and burn his U.S. passport?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm sure
all
they
of this,
know me.
all of this is just a grift. It's just something to use as a cudgel to get money off the taxpayers. Let's keep listening. Like we have to listen to the stupidity, because it is stuff that people like him say constantly that drives these lawmakers to say, okay, yep, we cry uncle, okay, we give up, and we're going to be issuing reparations for redlining.
San Francisco is revisiting the issue after the city rejected a controversial proposal to pay a lump sum of $5 million to qualifying black residents in 2023.
This most certainly is different than asking the city to pony up dollars to support reparations recommendations.
Supervisor Shaman Walton's ordinance merely sets up the fund to receive money either appropriated by the city or privately donated.
It's going to take some time. We got to build a pot and then, of course, come up with the criteria in terms of how we're going to prioritize what recommendations we address first. But this is a major first step.
Some of the city's previous recommendations for black reparations range from assistance with down payments for buying a house, improved access to education, and cash payments.
Redlining, making us pay taxes for education where our children couldn't go to those certain schools, pushing us out, gentrification. There's so many things that have been done to us systemically, and we have seen populations, we have seen races, we have seen ethnicities receive reparations. But we have not seen that for the black population.
If funded, San Francisco would be one of the first major U.S. cities to actively offer reparations for black residents.
So who would be eligible? Black San Franciscans who can prove that they were harmed by past discriminatory city policies or prove lineage tied to slavery in the U.S. could tap into this fund once there's money. And worth noting, though, part of the pushback in the past was the cost, with San Francisco's repeated budget shortfall in.
I demand reparations for how stupid I have just become from listening to these guys.
Well, if they're going to go reparations, I think us women should get some.
Exactly.
We didn't get the vote until after all the males did, including the black ones.
Yep. So you get a reparation. She gets a reparation.
And then we were kept out of jobs after World War II when all the guys came home. They kicked our butts back to the kitchen.
Oh, look at that.
Cost us millions, they did.
All right, guys watching in the chat, stop lurking, okay? Just let's know your thoughts about this insanity. Look, not everyone sees eye to eye about the issue of reparations because the question is, do black people deserve reparations? It's an emotional conversation, and many people out there are going to be like, yes, they do deserve reparations because they were slaves. But guess what? They aren't the only slaves that ever were. So if we're going to be talking about reparations, okay, every single race should be demanding reparations from other races and other communities that enslaved them. All right, parts of Greece should be demanding reparations from Italy for the Roman enslavement of their ancestors during the Roman conquest and the expansion of the Roman Empire. Okay. The Barbary slave trade. Okay. Yes. Africans should be paying reparations. Heck, how about the West African chiefs who did the dirty work of going inland and kidnapping other black people to sell to the white traders on the shores and beaches of West Africa? Okay,
now,
how about that?
The first person in America that bought a slave. Did you know that person was black?
I do. I mentioned it on this live stream, and it didn't go down well.
What
It
about
didn't go
his
down
family
well.
being part of paying out that reparations? And
Look,
if you truly went after the ancestors of the slave owners, every Democrat would be broke.
look, Tony, what do you think? Oh, your audio
Lights
is
off.
off. I think you overcompensated. You overcompensated.
You sign language, Tony. You can sign.
All right. Okay. So when Tony gets his audio back, we'll get his thoughts on it. Okay. So it's easy for people to just simply say, look, since you're talking about slavery and slavery is such a bad thing, it's okay to be okay with reparations. Okay. There has been reparation upon reparation happening for a long time. And you know what about all of the grants and all of the money that the United States sends to third world countries like Nigeria every year? Billions and billions of dollars. What about that?
And
Okay, like
Nigeria used to be a very, very rich nation.
it still is.
Yeah.
Nigeria still is a very rich nation. The problem is the elite in Nigeria have essentially sold resources to China.
They've stripped the country.
They are still stripping the country. We haven't run out of resources. They're still doing that today. Okay, if you own land and you discover oil on that land, one way or another, that land is going to be taken away from you.
Wow.
So it's not like in the United States where you strike oil on your property and you have the right to mine the oil. You don't.
A lot of people buy land and do not realize that the mineral rights to that land was sold. And if that happens and they discover oil or copper or silver or gold on the property, you can't mine it.
Yeah.
It belongs to the people who owns the mineral rights.
Yeah.
Which is something that if you don't do your research when buying property, you can find out later on that no, that's not yours.
Yeah. It's insane that we have this happening, and it's crazy.
You can charge the mineral right owners for platform for mining or drilling. And those leases can get very expensive.
Yeah. All right. Time for more stupid. All right. We're on a we're doing a sprint. Okay. We're doing a sprint. Now, Tony, get your mic ready. Okay. This is Wayne and Vanessa Miller. They are survivors of the Bondi Beach terror attack.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So, okay, let's listen to this, okay? And let me not just let me not jump over into this because I read the caption and I was like, this can't be real. So let's listen.
These police officers were hiding behind a car. I tried to grab one of their guns. The other one grabs and he says, no, I'm trying to grab for his gun. These men, these police officers, they know who I am, and I hope they're hearing this. You are weak. You could have saved so many more people's lives. They were just standing there, listening and watching this all happen, holding me back. 2 police officers Where were the others? Not there. Nobody was there. Everyone, the public, helped. Nobody else. My little 3-year-old was saved by a pregnant woman who saw her crying and screaming, "Mummy, Daddy." We were there. There was not. Do you know how long did it take for police to come? How long did it take?
It was just
No one. Everyone was too scared.
Yeah.
Tony? That's your country, mate. Oh, your audio is still offline. Okay. So just check the settings and make sure that it's all switched on. It's insane to hear stories like this, and then you wonder if essentially wokeness has removed the brave and the courageous people from law enforcement and from the military and replaced them with cowards and spineless idiots. Okay, lives are being killed or taken, and all you can do is hide and cower like everyone else. Meanwhile, you have the means to suppress the threat or at least to eliminate it, and you're just hiding. I don't know, like maybe we're prejudging them. Maybe we're listening to the to the words of an emotional mother saying that they expected more from law enforcement.
Well,
what do
law
you think?
enforcement was
Patricia?
there, and they had guns.
Yeah.
Why weren't they drawing them to take the shooters down? One of the shooters were actually killed.
Yeah.
So,
one of the shooters was okay. So let me play this video. Okay. While Tony, I'm sure Tony has seen this video, and I played this video yesterday. And let me just play this video again today. It's crazy that we live in a world where it is regular people who step up to do the job that law enforcement is paid to do. Regular people are the ones who step up. All right, so let me find this video. It's crazy.
well, if
that
you remember in Florida during that school shooting, the police wouldn't enter the building.
Yeah.
They were outside of the building while shots were being fired, and they wouldn't go in. And there was a whole investigation pulled off of that one.
Well, what was the findings of that of those investigations? Because we keep hearing about investigations, and we never hear the findings of these investigations. It's frustrating, okay, that we keep experiencing these things and people just don't have any confidence in law enforcement, in the government.
They don't. They lose it when you see the police not protecting the public.
Yeah.
It's like in the Portland riots. They won't show up there to help the citizens who are being terrorized by a bunch of screaming memes out in the middle of the street, and they can't sleep at night. Oh no, we can't come there. It's involving ICE.
It makes no sense. It
Like, really?
makes no sense. Makes no sense. I'm busy trying to locate this video, okay, because it is, when you see things like this happen, and you're like, okay, so where are the brave people that we used to read about as kids who would be there, run towards the fire and not away from the fire? Where are these people now? Where are they? Okay, they you can't find them anymore. They're nowhere to be found. The person who essentially disarmed the terrorist who eventually got killed was a Muslim. they say he's a Muslim, and his family says he's a Muslim, and he got shot 5 times in the shoulder. And yet, in spite of that, he rushed in to disarm someone who was killing people in the beach. So, like, you hear stories like this, and you wonder what on earth is happening in the world today.
Well, evil sure has been turned loose.
You know, right now, if you're watching, if you're watching, you've heard some of our sentiments. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think that we're expecting too much from law enforcement? We do know that it's not like it is in the movies. All right, we know that. Okay, I found the video. I'm gonna just play this. So this is the video that was released. So that's the shooter in black, and this is a bystander. All right. So this was a civilian. That was a civilian doing the job of law enforcement. Okay. So if civilians appear to be more courageous than law enforcement, why are you busy trying to take away their guns? Oh my goodness. Tony, I'm sorry. I completely didn't see you there.
Good to have you back.
That's okay. Tony. Can you hear me?
Yes, I finally. All right, Tony. So we played 2 videos. Okay, the video of the family, okay, whose 3-year-old was lost, and they expected law enforcement to do their job, and they essentially cowered and hid like everyone else, while she tried to grab one of their guns to go save her 3-year-old, and they pinned her down. You know, it's as if law enforcement is bolder when they're dealing with law-abiding citizens than they are with dealing with criminals.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like these democratic cities that have this soft on crime bullshit. You know, that's what it sounds like here in Australia. Like the model's the same. How do you not give your damn gun? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, if you're not going to use it, at least let her have it.
Exactly, man. Just insane. Like, it's the same model, really. It's like we have immigration here. Surprised that it's it's all those countries that we don't want to have in here. We have Islam here, and we're shooting shit, and we have a weak government, and it's just all the same model, man. This is the same kind of socialist, communist, shitty model, Marxist, shitty model, and that was drummed up in the 60s back then in America. It's just copied and pasted, man. Like, look at this shit. God damn.
Yeah.
This is a beach, man. Like, the families hang out.
Yeah, and where are you going to take cover on a beach? There's no cover on a beach.
Nowhere.
I mean, what are you going to do? Pile up sand in front of you?
Yeah. Nah, man. It's really sad. Like, it's really shitty and sad. I know the Prime Minister's ratings is just plummeted, right? No one likes this guy. He didn't go to Bondi, actually, to pay his respects. Every other leader did. He didn't. Yeah, check that out. That's disgusting. And they are tearing him to shreds. So they should. Just disgusting.
Well, I heard.
I don't have words for this. Usually I do have words for things like this, but it's just so annoying.
They are making their own citizens targets for easy shootings.
Yeah.
Is what they're doing.
Easy shootings.
I mean,
so they want to bring in new gun laws.
You talk about
the answer, man.
I mean, somebody who would take a gun and open fire on a crowd on a beach.
Yeah. Coward. No.
I mean, I
No, but
don't
that's
think
just,
any of us get that upset when they attack one of our military bases. At least those people can fight back.
Yeah.
That's like the U-Haul man that tried to crash into a Navy um, base. They were backing it up to it, and they opened fired on that thing and filled it full of bullet holes.
awesome. There you go.
You don't mess
That's
with the
how we
Citizens
Navy.
arrest.
Yeah.
Man,
All right.
I love the citizens arrest shit.
Okay. Trump is giving a live address to the nation. So you guys let me know if you think we should hook up to. Okay, I don't think we will be able to do that because of the setup. We don't have audio, so that's going to be a mess. All right, so let's take another dose of stupid from Chicago. All right, Chicago is essentially ground zero for
Bovine is
the
having a blast up there.
Fucking hell.
like he's like Brandon Johnson. Okay, let's just listen to this exchange. So I did a video, I think that was yesterday, where there were, was it the day before? There were it is the Flip Red, I think. Chicago Flips Red movement, and they are essentially challenging the mayor and the aldermen about the new tax bill that Brandon Johnson is trying to push. Okay, first off, there's a $220 million bill that is being hidden by the city of Chicago, and that money was used on illegal aliens. This is money that's meant for citizens, but they're playing this shell game of where's the P. And while they're doing that with the citizens, they're trying to sneak in a new tax law to get corporations to pay more taxes. So in other words, while they are trying to hide what's going on with illegal immigrants collecting $220 million of taxpayer money that should go to American citizens, they're trying to get more money, or they're trying to essentially steal more money from corporations by increasing their taxes. Now, Chicago Flips Red has been holding their feet to the fire, insisting that they need accountability for where all that money went. Meanwhile, the aldermen who side with Chicago Flips Red have ensured that there's no quorum so that these conversations can move forward into the tax adjustments being passed into law. So let's watch this video and see if we can get something to react from, because Chicago is just a clown show as far as I'm concerned.
Come on.
With a mayor like Brandon Johnson, I mean, it's crazy. So let's watch this.
That guy.
Our next speaker this morning is Zoe Lee.
That guy. My God. That mayor. God. Golly.
The bogus budget that's trying to be passed today through the Committee on Finance because Christmas is next week. Just know we will be working hard to unseat all of you. It's time to clean house, and our volunteer list is growing every day. The budget is not for the working class and not for small businesses to grow. Only more money, tax increment financing, TIF, sent to CPS to continue harming our children. That's why we must come for the disgraced 50 and the pitiful 20. It's an uncomfortable truth. Now, Brandon, you
Let's go.
have really embarrassed the city. You really do not know what you're doing. You don't care, and you're arrogant, and you act like you a baddie. You act like we owe you.
Let's go.
Tell Mayor Stacey Davis Gates Davis, whatever her name is, to tell you to step down and get somebody else in here to save our city.
Let's go.
You
Sister.
can't
Let's go.
tax any corporations because we don't have any corporations. Y'all killed them through COVID. Okay, so you really owe them something. If you want to tax corporations, let's talk about these real estate corporations.
Let's go.
Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo should be paying out the A for black people.
Let's go.
If you want to talk about corporations, you're not laying off anybody, but you're going to raise them raises that nobody should get no raise. Nobody should get a raise. That's crazy. No boat yacht tax. No tax, period. The migrant crisis, that's what you needed to talk about. That $2.2 billion that you and the Progressive Hispanic KKK caucus stole.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the COVID-19 surplus money. Let's talk about that epidemiology money. Let's talk about that line item for that $220 million in this 2026 budget that you put in 2024 for new arrivals. When I'm homeless, because you won't settle my case, because you arrogant, because you a baddie. You a Tony Preckwinkle. Why Tony Preckwinkle just spent $1 million on a new home? Why y'all property taxes going up through the roof?
You tell him, Mama.
Trump, the beautiful African ladies of America in Chicago, we need your help. We need your help, and we need you to bring the feds. Federal oversight.
Yeah.
We need federal oversight because they're stealing black people's property.
And you know that.
And he's doing it with the Lions Den. Joshua Davis, Stephen Davis.
What do you think of this, man?
Boom.
Those politicians in Chicago are in trouble because the mamas are out there speaking now.
Hell yeah.
I always
Yeah,
said,
man.
if you want a budget straightened out, hand it to a bunch of housewives. They'll get you straightened out in a heartbeat.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
They won't let you spend no $10,000 on a toilet seat.
Yep.
What?
No way.
What's really nice is, you know, to my understanding, that the Democrats or Kamala most of her vote was from the black women.
Yeah.
This is different. You know what I mean? They're gonna turn them around, man. I really I know the black men had a good turnout for Trump. The numbers said that.
Especially
the women
after
will
Obama
too. When the
gave
women
him a
do it
little
too.
pep speech.
Yeah.
After Obama gave him a pep speech about how they needed to vote for Kamala because she was black.
Yeah.
And the black women were all going around saying Kamala ain't black.
We all knew that, man. God damn, it's like they saying I'm a Chinese dude. Like, it's not even real. It's bullshit. She's not black.
No.
They just flat lie, man. I can't stand it. But this lady here, this group here is a big group. I'm sure there's more of them, right? And I just can't wait for the blue black lady Democrats will flip back to these ladies, because they're gonna have to one day, man. Like, you're getting truth is truth. You're getting lied to. They're stealing your money, just like she's saying. And you got to get rid of these people. It's wrong.
And when you hear these women who have been registered Democrats all their lives saying, we need Trump to come here.
Unreal.
And it's went past party politics.
Yeah.
Party politics is dying real quick.
Yeah.
And the people are going, we the people. We the people.
Yeah.
We're the ones that own America, not no politician, not no president, not no judge. It's the people. And that's what they have forgotten. That's what these elected officials have gotten completely away from, is recognizing who owns the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the people.
It's not them.
The people got out and voted, and they brought them back. That's the power, man. That's the power.
And the Democrats are hoping to get the next round, and they're not going to get it.
They're not.
And why do I know that? Because they're already attacking J.D. Vance.
Are they really?
Yes.
Coming at him. Oh, they just don't give up, do they?
And J.D. Vance has been chewing them up and spitting them out.
Oh, he's unreal. He's so good. He is so good. Oh, he's so good. And also, Trump's team this time.
Oh, he found out. He found out
You know
not
what I
to
mean? Yeah.
listen to D.C.
Yeah.
He brought his own with him this time.
Yeah, this time, man.
This time,
he brought the
he
A-team,
cleaned
man.
house.
Yeah.
If you notice, there hasn't been leaks coming out of the White House.
Yep.
Wonder why.
Yeah, man. I wonder why. Because they stabbed his back, the bastards, the first time.
Well, that's like
And
over at the
lied.
Pentagon. They have stopped reporters from being turned loose inside the halls of the Pentagon. Now, if they go in there, they have to have a military escort to any office they want to visit.
Yeah, and they protested. They said they were all turning in their press badges, and this was an attack on the press.
And they did. They turned in their press badges. So the Pentagon went out and got a bunch of these guys from the internet, from YouTube, to come in and be part of the press pool. Cam Higsby is one of them that I just cracked up on that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just
Cam is a good dude.
I mean, here he is at the Pentagon for press releases, and CNN is having a hissy fit.
Yep.
Those aren't reporters. Excuse me. They're better reporters than you are.
Exactly.
They're on the ground filming exactly what's going on while you're sitting in your little office up there in New York talking about what it's like to be in Portland.
Right.
Ain't nothing bad going on there. It's all peaceful protests.
Nuts. Lies.
Crazy.
Man.
Then you get on YouTube and you watch Cam Higsby, and there it is. People getting arrested for attacking federal officers. Walking around in all kinds of stupid animal suits. And thinking that, you look at that and you're thinking, what circus just came to town? I've never seen a protest with people dressed up in animal costumes.
No.
I mean, what do they believe? They're on Sonic's game site or something? I don't know.
I just think that that we should bring back asylums.
Oh, definitely. We need them bad in America.
And white vans and the guys with jackets that used to just grab a net and just, and throw them in the back. You know what I mean? Like, really, just go with your mental shit and go somewhere else. We don't want it. Like, we don't need it with the normal people. Stay away from our kids too. Like,
for real.
Stay away from our education, our government, everything. Just go there. It's bad. It's really bad.
They're gonna keep it up.
It's all trouble.
Have any of you ever watched the movie Escape from New York?
Yeah, I watched it when I was 5.
Yeah.
No.
It's where they had turned New York City into a prison.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the movie's about president's airplane crashing there. And they had turned the whole city into a prison. And I said, well, that may just come true with Mondani in charge.
I feel sorry for New York in a way, man. Like that's America's heart. I don't know. Like it's
Well, they're turning Florida into the new New York.
Are they?
Oh yeah.
Really? Wow. It must be sad for Trump knowing that that's his city, you know, like his dad.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like that's
it's something that really bothers him of what
yeah,
they're
it must
doing
be
in
sad
New
as
York,
heck, man. Damn.
because he was raised there. He knows New York,
Yeah.
and you keep trying to think about what is in these people's minds to vote
Yeah.
for a communist in America.
They lost it.
A
They lost it, man.
communist.
Exactly.
And that's telling me
in
that
New York.
they don't know about communism. They have no clue what that type of government control is. I grew up in the 60s, and the evening news showed film footage of people trying to escape from Russia and being shot and killed. A woman throwing a 6-month-old baby over the Berlin Wall, and then she's climbing up the wall to get over it herself, and is shot and killed. A young family, mom and dad and 2 toddlers trying to get through a fence, and they shoot and kill all 4 of them.
It's crazy.
Because it's all they wanted to do was leave Russia.
Yeah.
And I said that these younger generations have no clue what that type of government's like. They have no clue. They don't know that communism under it, if you don't like somebody, it's all you have to do is walk up to a police officer and tell them, hey, that person doesn't like the president.
Yeah. Jail.
And at night, in the middle of the night, you'll hear the soldiers' boots marching down the street, a door crash open, people screaming, and then people just disappear.
Yeah.
Never see them again. They don't get a trial. They don't get to defend themselves. They just get taken away.
They get prison or dead.
Yep. And these young people, they think that's such a glorious thing to live under.
Yeah. So they've been taught to hate the system that they're in.
Yes.
Right. Hate it. Absolutely hate it.
Well,
Like
I always said if you want to take over a country, start with the children.
Yeah. Yeah.
You start with the children.
He rocks the cradle rules as well, man. Yeah.
Well,
so they just
speaking of
know
children,
this, right? Sorry.
Yeah. No, no. You can finish your thought, and then I'll pivot to the next insanity.
Yeah. So if I imagine myself as a kid, just knowing that this country sucks, this it's all against me. The government sucks. I can't survive in this, and you're going to react, right? Like your friends you're going to react because that's all you know.
Yeah.
But you don't know that you've been lied to. That was designed for you to act out like that, and then they act out like they just really act out, not knowing that the other offer is worse.
Yeah, because you've been told that the other offer is the best. You're brainwashed into believing that capitalism is evil and that socialism is heaven, and that your parents are wrong. All right, so let's watch this speech, and you guys just let me know. I'm not going to introduce it, okay? This is just before the Senate voted on the criminalization of transgender surgeries, hormone treatments, for minors. So this is a speech before that happened, okay? So just have a listen.
Excellent.
Every parent wants what's best for their children. And as a parent, I cannot imagine how I would feel if a doctor told me that Republicans in Congress banned life-saving evidence-based care that would help my child. Medical care for transgender youth is safe and effective and supported by major medical associations. Access to transgender-related health care is critical, medically necessary, and often life-saving.
And Sweden has outlawed it. Sweden and Switzerland has outlawed it.
Yep.
Because there was more harm being done by this stuff than good.
People like this say it's evidence-based. Meanwhile, the evidence overwhelmingly shows.
No.
You want a hug? Okay, sorry.
Give him a hug.
This is
Night. So people like this want me to do that to my yes, sweetie. Sorry about that. Did you get a book? All right, sorry about that. Okay, time to bed. Okay. Yeah, keep going, Tony.
Well, the same lie she's telling landed on Elon Musk as a father, which he believed.
Yeah.
And the unpacking of that. This is why part of the motivation of him supporting Trump and doing all that. This is completely wrong. This is evil. These people. Yeah. That woman right there, and many like her. That's it. Oh God! When it comes to children, man, and you can't reverse any of this. Like you're actually harming the man, and they don't get any better after it.
No.
Yeah.
A lot of
you
them
can't reverse it.
No.
You can't reverse it, and you create a lifelong dependent on drugs because they need these drugs to maintain the effects of these surgeries and everything else they're doing. If it's hormone treatment, they never stop being on those hormones and so on. It's I don't talk about this, but this is in the news. So it's so meanwhile the Senate, the House just passed legislation to criminalize transgender surgeries, hormones, and treatments for minors. Okay, so here's where that was passed, and this just happened tonight.
They got it through.
The yeas are 216, the nays are 211. The bill is passed.
Yep.
Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Slam the gavel. Let's go.
Yeah. So it was quite the landslide.
They had a hearing on this. They had a hearing on this that a prominent doctor spoke of at it. And she cited all the scientific facts that brought out that how dangerous it was for children to be put through this. And that I think it was Finland and Sweden and Switzerland had all outlawed it. Saying, no, parents can't have this done to their children. And it reminded me of when they passed a law that said they were going to start testing people on welfare for drugs. And somebody looked at me and said, but what will happen to the children? And I turned around and looked at them in complete shock and said, you want to leave kids with a bunch of people doing illegal drugs? Really?
Like
then they backed up and said, oh, when they realized what they were saying. And I'm going, that's nuts.
It's the same argument about sending illegal aliens back to their countries, and you're like, okay, so what happened to the kids? Well,
bye.
They filed a thing before I think the Supreme Court now about anchor babies. And my argument about that is, if you commit a crime in America, you're not allowed to benefit from it.
Yeah.
If you rob a bank, you ain't allowed to keep the money. And neither is your family.
Yeah.
So if you break the law coming into America and you want children to benefit from it, no. That shouldn't be allowed. You can't benefit from your crime. So take your children home where they belong.
What you don't hear, or I don't anyway, maybe you do, is the wins that Trump's having.
Yeah.
You noticed that or not? Oh, maybe it's just me. Like, I heard some numbers about the GDP. Like, it's smashing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, and how long has he been in there? Like, he's smashing it.
Yeah, this is his 12th month.
Look at that.
His first year. He's reversed the economy. He's gotten drug prices down. He's working on getting us better health care, not better health insurance.
Just nailing it.
And he's went after the illegal.
And they hate him. They hate him. They still hate him. Unbelievable.
He brought Doge in to find the money.
I hate him. Can't believe it.
The man never sleeps.
Man. Ass backwards, man.
And I can't imagine what he's got planned for the second year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have Democrats screaming and running out of D.C.
With their hair on fire, hopefully.
Or their pants.
Either or. Light them up.
I remember that old saying, liar, liar, pants on fire.
Yep.
Yeah. Get
Every
the gas.
time I see a politician lie, that's the image I get is their pants going up in flames. There has to be more memes of that.
Big time. Big time. Start with the Clintons.
Oh, definitely. Oh, Bill, he was nasty.
Start with the Clintons.
You know, he made me change from Democrat to Republican. I told my ex-husband if the Democrats nominated him the next day, I was going to go to the courthouse and change to Republican. And he said, why would you do that? And I said, are you joking me? Any man who would cheat on his wife for 12 years, how do you think he'll cheat on the Americans?
And yeah, well done.
And the next morning I did. I got up and I went to the courthouse and I walked in there and I said, I want to change my voter registration. I'm Republican now.
Yeah. It never went
All right,
back.
so let's talk about the Trump wins because you brought it up, Tony, just so that you can hear it. Because these days, it appears that the only mainstream outlet that does say stuff like that is
Wanted to ask you about
Fox
the
News.
economy. J.D. Vance at the economic speech today. Delayed jobs data came out and showed that 64,000 jobs were created during the month of November. But what that means really kind of depended on which headline you read. I put together a smattering of them. The New York Times, U.S. unemployment rate rose in November, a warning sign for the economy. Reuters, U.S. job growth beats expectations in November. NPR, the U.S. just added just 64,000 jobs in November, a sign the labor market is slowing. Reuters, futures turn positive after jobs data. I mean, you look at all those headlines, you don't know which way to turn here. So how do you read it?
Well, I know our economic director, Kevin Hassett, was out here addressing it this morning. And President Trump is focused on putting Americans back to work. And if you look at the job gains historically throughout this past year, what's most remarkable about the labor market right now is that President Trump is putting American citizens back into the labor force. And we know under the previous administration and Joe Biden that 100% of the jobs gained were for foreign-born workers. These were for people who flooded our country and took the jobs of hardworking Americans. And so President Trump's policies of not just border security, but also incentivizing investment into our country. He's gone overseas to recruit trillions of dollars in new investments, new jobs, economic growth into our manufacturing industry here at home. We're going to continue to see all of that come to fruition, which means more jobs for hardworking Americans and also an increase in their wages. If you look at the wage growth that is taken place over the past year as well. On average, the American worker is earning about $1,200 more over a year thanks to President Trump's policies. Under Joe Biden, they were losing on average $3,000 per year. And so this president is focused on pro-growth policies for American workers, not foreign workers, for putting people back to work, particularly in our manufacturing industry, which has always been the backbone of our nation's economy.
Before we leave the top of the economy, I want to ask you about gas prices.
prices. We know this is, historically a big point to cover as we head into the midterm elections. And we have seen gas prices coming down. They are below $3 a gallon now. J.D. Vance talked about this earlier today in Allentown, PA. Listen.
You know why energy prices are lower? You know why gas prices have come down so much? Because we finally got an American president who wants to invest in American energy and American workers instead of green energy boondoggles that are produced overseas.
So when the president and the vice president get together and they talk with their energy and economic teams, how much lower do you believe that this White House and its policies can get those gas prices as we head into the new year? I mean, are we looking at $2 a gallon?
Well, that's what we're already seeing, Sandra, in many states across the country. In fact, in places like Colorado, where there's an abundance of natural gas that President Trump and this administration are finally tapping into, you see that gasoline is below $2 a gallon, which is a remarkable feat in just 10 months. If you look at what Joe Biden did to gas prices, in many states across the country, it was upwards and more than $5 a gallon. So the national average is the lowest it's been in 5 years, and we do expect that number to continue to decline as President Trump's energy policies continue to kick in. And he made up the slogan, drill, baby, drill. And that's what our Secretary of Energy, Chris Wright, has been focused on since day one. God blessed our country with amazing resources right under our feet. And as the vice president was saying, President Trump believes in tapping into those resources, not just to drive down energy costs and inflation, but also for our national security. The previous administration's energy policy made no sense. We were begging foreign nations around the world to produce this most critical resource for us, while inflation was jacked up to a record high 9%. Not under President Trump. We're already seeing the effects of his America First energy policy, and Americans will continue to see that in the months and the years to come.
I wanted to ask you, Caroline, about the two-part series of articles in Vanity Fair on Susie Wiles, the chief of staff, and the president's inner circle. I mean, clearly there was a lot of cooperation between the White House and Vanity Fair.
All right, so that's the end of the video. So, guys, what do you think?
Well, gas here in good old Nancy, Kentucky is $2.49 a gallon.
Wow.
We love it.
What was it like under Biden? What was the price?
It was up over $4 a gallon.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
You didn't go nowhere. You didn't go nowhere. You stayed home. Because you couldn't
here in
afford to
Australia,
buy.
this is how it affects Australia. So usually it was about, so it's kind of like the low, just over $2.10 or $2.20 or something like that. Maybe in $2.50, say, right? And that's per litre.
And that's less than a gallon.
Yeah.
That's like 2 quarts.
Guys, I have a treat for you guys. Okay, so that this will make the medicine go down, a lot better. If you have to remember when this was happening in the White House.
Why is the president bragging today about gas prices?
Because it's gone down.
$1.72 higher than when
I want to be white.
It has come down in a way that we haven't seen its trajectory coming down in over a decade.
Still
and
over it is $4 a gallon.
Okay.
Though. Is that good?
You want to talk to a nurse or a teacher or a firefighter if having that little bit of breathing room doesn't matter to
Are
them?
nurses and teachers and firefighters saying gas prices are only $4.11?
I'm saying
this
that
is great.
I'm saying that even that little bit of breathing room matters to families, especially during this time when people are traveling, when people are trying to do what they can for their families, when people are trying to think about what are we going to do with our kids, drive them to camp, driving to see other family members across the country.
So I just wanted to remind you guys of what it was
toilet
like.
paper for her mouth.
Okay, this was what it was like for 4 years. We went through this together for 4 years. Okay, so keep talking, Tony.
Look at her face, dude. Look at her face. That says it
That's
all.
like, ha ha, I got you.
She's lying out of her damn teeth. What am I saying?
And she's enjoying it. That was the worst part. Was you knew she was loving it to be able to lie to you.
You're lying to the world. You get up on that podium and just lie your ass off every damn day. Dang. What a job.
All right.
Man.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to derail, the commentary that you were about to lay on us about how good it is today, but I just wanted, it's always great to have context. It's always great to have context.
Yes.
Because whenever people are like, oh, President Trump said something mean about Rob Reiner, like, well,
I'm going to blame you,
yeah,
man. I'm going to blame you. I'm going to blame you, bro. I think you're setting me up. Every time you bring on a black person, I just want to be more white. Like, I swear to God, my whiteness is coming out of me when I see dickheads like this as black fucking idiots. God damn it. Versus a Chicago guy, all the other. Oh, my God. Anyway,
I have a real hard time recognizing race. I have a really hard time recognizing race.
No, they do not represent us. Okay, these people don't represent us. So I don't have to feel like I have to change my race. It's just like I see someone acting out, and I'm like, that person doesn't represent us. So.
That's the best picture I've seen of her. You stopped it.
But they represent. They think they represent us. That's the problem, man. It's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, in their view, they think they represent us, like black people.
It's the attitude,
but it's not reciprocated.
Yeah, we raised your gas price up to over $5 a gallon, and then when we drop it down to $4, you ought to praise us.
Yeah.
When it was
totally. Get on their knees.
Something under Trump.
The first,
get on your knees. So here in Australia, it's $1.70, right? It's $1.70. It used to be like $2.50. That's how it affects here on the other side of the damn planet.
How about here in Canada?
Your 2 liters.
Yeah.
Your $1.70 for your 2 liters of gas would equal $3.40 for a gallon in America.
Yeah. Here it was really expensive, until Trump decided, okay, we're leaving the Paris Accords. Okay, to hell with this carbon footprint nonsense. And a couple of months after he did that, Canada took off the carbon tax, and the cost of gasoline dropped.
Oh wow!
Huh.
So whenever we say that stuff that happens in the United States affects every other country, it's not an exaggeration. It literally does.
I wanna also add part of Trump's campaign to get elected. I know he went to New York and he did the barbershop. Did you see that interview? That was incredible because he started talking about, because the owner was talking about his pricing, and it was energy, right? So electricity, all that kind of stuff just jumped. And Trump was like, all you have to do is just dig and oil and just get our energy prices down. Look at it, man. Like, here we are, right?
Hey, that oil's going to come out of the ground one way or the other.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have it under controlled withdrawal than to just have it squirting up out of the ground.
Yeah. I mean, now we got our prices down, energy's down, all that kind of stuff. This.
Yeah.
He's got the receipts, is what I'm trying to say. We made those promises, and here we are. And he's only 12 months in. Come on.
They tried to ignore it so hard. That first administration of Trump's, and they were saying, well, he's rode in on Obama's tailcoats. No, he didn't. fixed it.
I read it. Bullshit.
We were all saying Obama broke it. Trump fixed it. Biden broke it. Trump's fixing it. But it's
just give me a second. Let me
I can't stand
find
this lady. I want to rip her hair off. Like I swear. I just off. You lady, off.
Oh man.
What's her name? John Pierre shit something.
Yeah. John Pierre something. I don't
How
know.
good is Caroline Levitt?
Karine Jean-Pierre. Karine Jean-Pierre.
Yeah.
All right, so
The black lesbian.
Guys, okay, now I'm being very serious now, okay? I have just discovered the source of Trump's his success. The reason why he's so successful with the economy. All right, it's coming up next.
That you did.
And the reason some people think, wow, I don't know, I remember that economy when he first came in being pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good because it was my economy. We had 75 straight months of job growth that I handed over to him.
I want to be white.
It wasn't something he did.
Die.
Honey,
You're doing it on purpose.
Tony, he's not black. Obama was not black.
I didn't think you'd get any better than that, man. Fucking hell. Obama, god dang. Whew.
His mama was white as a lily. He was raised by white grandparents.
Oh my God. Obama. Oh, look at him. You make sure you vote, you black men. Shut up.
Yeah. Look, we're going to be doing this, okay? Every live stream, whenever you think that we're going to be civil and just talk about, the news, we will talk about the news, but look,
I'm going to be Michael Jackson myself, man.
We're going to look back. Yeah, we're going to look back and have context.
Every time Kamala Harris smiled with her mouth open, she reminded me of who was it on Batman? Not the Joker, the other clown, the one that wore the clown face.
The clown face. The Joker.
Well, that's the Joker.
That's the Joker.
Okay, Joker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the Joker. Yeah.
She looked just like him.
Yeah, big
I
time.
would crack up every time she did it, and I was sitting there, and that's all I could see in front of my face. was
yeah,
this guy dressed up like a clown.
Yeah.
Clown.
So now to be very serious, okay, to be clear, to be clear, this is what we missed. Okay, the economy should actually have been doing 1,000 times better if only this person, won the election.
If this person's black, I swear to God, this person's black.
We need to grow our middle class and make sure our economy works for everyone.
Goodbye.
For people.
Goodbye, everybody.
Like the people in the neighborhood where I grew up.
There it is. There it
and
is.
the hardworking Americans I meet every day across our nation.
That
so I
Joker
call
smile.
my vision the opportunity economy. And it's about making sure everyone can find a job and more. Because frankly, having a job, I believe, in our ambition and aspiration should be based on.
People are working 3 jobs under you.
And we should aspire and have the ambition.
So yeah,
and
they
plan
needed
to
more
do
jobs.
I want Americans and families to be able to not just get by, but be able to get ahead.
Yeah, we're going to make more jobs available
To thrive. Be able
She had
to
a
thrive.
plan.
I don't want you to have to worry about making your monthly rent.
Oh yeah.
I went up tonight with the issue that voters repeatedly say is their number one issue, and that is the economy and the cost of living in this country. Vice President Harris, you and President Trump were elected 4 years ago, and your opponent on the stage here tonight often asks his supporters, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? When it comes to the economy, do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
So I was raised as a middle-class kid. And I am actually the only person on this stage who has a plan that is about lifting up the middle class and working people of America. I believe in the ambition, the aspirations, the dreams of the American people. And that is why I imagine and have actually a plan to build what I call an opportunity economy. Because here's the thing.
You're not
we know
saying
that
anything.
we have a shortage of homes and housing. And the cost of housing is too expensive for far too many people.
Yeah,
we
when you
know
let
that
30
young
million
families
people into
need
the
support
country, you gotta house
to
them.
raise their children, and I intend on extending a
La, la,
tax
la, la,
cut for those families of $6,000, which is the largest child tax credit that we have given in a long time, so that those young families can afford to buy a crib, buy a car seat, buy clothes for their children. My passion, one of them, is small businesses. My mother raised my sister and me, but there was a woman who helped raise us. We call her our second mother. She was a small business owner. I love our small businesses. My plan is to give a $50,000 tax deduction to start up small businesses, knowing they are part of the backbone of America's economy. My opponent, on the other hand, his plan is to do what he has done before, which is to provide a tax cut for billionaires and big corporations, which will result in $5 trillion to America's deficit. My opponent has a plan that I call the Trump's sales tax, which would be a 20% tax on everyday goods that you rely on to get through the month. Economists have said that Trump sales tax would actually result for middle-class families in about $4,000 more a year because of his policies and his ideas about what should be the backs of middle-class people paying for tax cuts for billionaires.
I can't do it.
Yep.
I can't do it.
We all dodged a nuclear missile.
I read a lot of books in my life, man.
She wanted us to depend on Chinese products. Now, I've got a problem with that because they sent COVID over here to kill us. They're sending fentanyl over here to kill us. So what makes you think their products are safe?
Got him. Got him. You got him, Patricia. You got him.
If you're eating with their silverware, you may be feeding your face with lead.
And that's a fact.
Yeah. Because there's no laws to regulate that in China. And they're not testing it when it comes to America. So when you buy something from China, I said the worst thing that you can think of is remember. They infected Native Americans with blankets that were infected with smallpox.
Wow.
And what government let them in? Fauci needs to die. Like, it seriously needs to die.
She needs
my
goodness. To come visit her.
Really? Dang. So
we need Batman.
Yeah. I wanted to say, like, I started to like. First time I started to like Trump was when he did the Apprentice. We got that here in Australia, and I was addicted. Right, every episode. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it.
You're fired.
Yeah, totally. And if you think about it, he's doing. It was like this. The presidency is like another level of that, right? He's just making sure that things work and making money and all that kind of thing, right? Solutions and all that.
If you're not doing it right, you're fired.
Yeah, right. It's like he was in training to do this job.
Yeah.
Well, we all prayed here for God to send us someone to fix this country. And the answer was Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the nick, man, to prove it on his ear.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was touched by God.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's jump on the final story.
Okay.
All right, the final story. The fairness doctrine. All right, so Whoopi Goldberg turned us on to this because, in her opinion, Rush Limbaugh could have been his reach could have been curtailed if the fairness doctrine had been in place. And then we said, okay, let's talk about that, because Patricia did say that if that actually was still in force, that the View would actually not be
they would not be in existence anymore.
They would not.
Right.
No.
So we found this short video by Robert Kennedy talking about it. So we'll listen to it and then react, and then we would have a conversation around it and what it means, because a lot of times we find out that there are things that we just don't know, and that's why left-leaning media outlets like TDSBC, CNN, ABC, NBC, and all of these people who just run roughshod over facts and truth and just continue to smear conservatives, we discover that this is why they're able to do this, because this is out of the way. So let's listen to this, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
One of the democracies, and one of the problems was the repeal of the fairness doctrine. And I'd like you to explain what that is. And the reason I'm asking you is because that single act led to the propagation of information and media that no longer is about the truth. It's about polarization. And that was a very disturbing moment in American history that I don't think most people caught.
Congress passed it in 1928 at the dawn of commercial radio to make sure there was a diversity of voices. Fairness doctrine said you could only own a limited number of radio stations because they didn't want one corporate conglomerate to be able to control the narrative. It was recognized that the public owned the airwaves and that the broadcasters could be licensed to use them, but they could only use them to serve the public interest. And what that meant is, yes, they could make money by selling entertainment to you on the radio, but they had to tell the news that was important for forming government policies, at least for a certain amount of minutes or hours per day. And particularly when the television came along, they had to do it at a time when most families would be home. That's why we had the 6 o'clock news hour, because they thought all Americans are going to be home. The news divisions had to be independent. They had to be telling truth. If they told one side of the story, if there were two sides, you had to let the other people tell their side of the story. That was the fairness doctrine. And that's why during that period, the news divisions were basically semi-autonomous, and they were all money losers because the network would put the money in them because that's the only way they could hold on to their license. And then in 1986, Reagan abolished the fairness doctrine through FCC policy, so that today I think there's 5 companies, maybe now only 4, that control virtually all the radio stations, television stations in our country, almost all the newspapers, almost all the billboards, and most of the large internet content providers. So you have this huge consolidation where there's 5 guys who are now telling Americans what's news, and there's no obligation anymore that they have to tell the truth. The bean counters at NBC are now telling NBC News Division, you got to show a profit. How do you show a profit if you're a news division? Not by having reporters in every country in the world and reporters in every agency of government. There used to be reporters when I was a kid. There'd be a reporter at EPA from NBC. There'd be a reporter full-time at the Commerce Department, at the Transportation Department. And they'd be digging through papers all day, uncovering scandals and revealing them to the public. That's all gone. And they show a profit, not by telling us news that may be difficult to explain or hear, but rather by entertaining us. And then they do a lot of partisan propaganda and corporate propaganda. It's very, very damaging to our democracy, as our founders predicted. If you like
that's so beautiful.
That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So I have a question because I didn't think I'd get it. What happened with Reagan? What did he? What happened there? What did he do? It sounded like there was a change. What was that?
Well, Ronald Reagan, when he came into office, our economy was in a shambles. And he turned it around in 2 years and brought us out of that. Something else he also did was he revamped our military. We were selling B-1 bombers, our brand new bombers, to Israel, and the Air Force didn't even have them. We were still using the B-52s from Vietnam.
Right.
So that was
So
one thing that Reagan did do, was bring the B-1 bombers into our Air Force. And
so with that media thing,
nobody
did
paid
he change
attention.
that?
Nobody paid attention when that happened.
Okay.
They didn't know what the fairness doctrine was.
Okay.
Because it had been installed so long ago that nobody knew that that was protecting what we heard on the news.
Okay.
And after that happened, that's when you had more commentary come on the news.
Yeah.
And they started cherry picking which stories you would hear.
Yeah. What was selling the most?
Then when the internet hit and people like Cam Higsby and Rebel and all them came out, and even UAA that was reporting on the news and what's happening, then people started paying attention because they were no longer turning on the news channel. They were turning on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because they got it faster. And they got it without all the window dressing.
Yeah.
So when that happened, they went, uh-oh, the truth's out.
Yeah.
You can't hide it anymore. It's here. It's in your face. I mean, they say, oh, it's peaceful in Portland, Oregon. And then Cam Higsby comes on and there's all kinds of riot going on and people throwing things and people attacking people and attacking the feds. And I said, good Lord, what happened to the peaceful protest?
Never existed.
No.
Never existed. And sadly, but sadly, after over 40 years of oops, what happened to Tony?
He froze. He's
yeah,
back.
okay. All right. So after over 40 years of people being entertained instead of informed on the news or by the news, it's actually a struggle to have serious conversations when you're looking at news reports. I see tons and tons of news reports. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but I see a lot of reports that shouldn't be flying under the radar. But at some point, it appears like platforms online determine what people should and shouldn't hear. Okay, you try to put out a story, and it looks like YouTube decides this story isn't good for the audience on YouTube. Let's not let it fly.
It's gonna hurt somebody's feelings.
It's gonna hurt someone's feelings. It's gonna get someone upset. And in the end, the question is, have people been so spoiled that they aren't willing to do the actual hard work when it comes to listening to or paying attention to stories out there? Okay, the very important stories that they should be paying attention to.
Well, I remember the 6 o'clock news that they talked about. That after supper, the 6 o'clock news was turned on and everybody sat in front of the TV and heard what the newscasters were reporting on. And it was straight up news. There was no commentary on it. It was just, this is what happened. Here it is.
Yeah.
You seen Vietnam was brought into the living room with it.
Yeah.
and you would see what was going on for real in Vietnam and during the riots and all that. It was shown with nothing interfering with, mostly peaceful. But after this fairness doctrine got repealed, that's when they took over and they started the propaganda.
Yeah.
And they brought the commentaries into the newsroom.
Yeah.
Let's make it entertaining. We'll let the people behind the news desk. Yes.
Yeah, we can see you. Okay, sorry.
You're outside.
Sorry.
Looks nice there.
Yeah, it's
Are you in a tropical
really
zone? I
house,
see palm trees. I'm jealous.
Yeah. It's a pretty big place, this house. It's like 3 levels.
Well, Tony, there's 2 things I'm jealous about you being in Australia. Number 1 is that tropical scenery. And number 2 is that Australia has something called a black fire opal that I absolutely
tell me more.
love. And that opal is so expensive.
Wow.
And I had a guy after my divorce walked in my store and said, if I brought you a 3-carat diamond, would you marry me? And I said, no. But if you bring me a 3-carat black fire opal, I will. 3 days later, he walked in, points his finger at me and says, we are never getting married.
Wow.
Why is that expensive?
Well, a 3-carat black fire opal will run you about $40,000.
Whoa!
Wow, that's a lot.
Tony, go find me some black fire opals.
I'll do. I'll put my boots on and I'll start straight away. Then we can get married.
I won't make you marry me.
I might be too old for you, then.
It don't even have to be shaped and polished. I can do that.
But I want my reparations first.
Reparations.
They are very expensive
reparations.
Yeah, very, very expensive stones. But they in just regular light, they look like they're black stones.
Yeah.
And when any bright light hits them or sunlight, they explode in color. I mean, it's crazy that a stone could do that.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna be I'm looking at the chat. Okay. The chat is a bit quiet. I want to take a look at the comments. I'm gonna just read out a couple of comments if we have a few, and then we'll call it, because we're having so much fun that we're losing track of time. We're losing track of time. So let's take a look at the comments. So we have a few from the backup channel, and I'm gonna see what we have on the main channel. Then we'll just read a few of them, and then we'll call it. I enjoyed the way we went through the stories, and I would love for us to kind of do more of this. Yeah. Okay, so someone left a message. Says, okay, hold on. I need to scroll down. Okay. Okay, there's one that's profanity laden about Chicago. There are lots of people that are really upset about what's going on in Chicago, and they're really upset. So well, the fact that $220 million were spent on illegal aliens instead of the citizens, okay, that can get people hot under the collar. there's this comment. Okay, I'm just gonna just read it out. Okay, it's by a viewer. I'm not gonna even call his name. He says the only thing Trump wrecked, based on the live stream from yesterday, when we talked about his comments about Rob Reiner. They said now the title says Trump wrecks, Democrats or leftists, and then they said the only thing Trump wrecked was the economy, highest unemployment in 4 years. Yikes! And I'm like, I look at people like this, and I'm like,
read a book.
Exactly.
Read a book.
Books.
One of the reasons, like they immortalize their stupidity on the internet. It's like they just put it out there, and it's like it's immortal. It's forever. They're going. This is going to live on and show that you have, you chose to, just live your life in ignorance.
Be dumb.
I don't know how good this will show up, but this is what it takes to make one pair of blue jeans.
Well done. Well done.
Whoa.
And it starts with the farmer that puts cotton out in the field with a tractor that takes fuel. And somebody had to make that blooming tractor.
Yeah.
And all the farm implements he uses. Then you have to go over to the oil rig. Somebody had to make the oil rig and all the equipment to get the oil out of the ground so they can make polyester threads to go with the cotton to make the stretchy jeans. And then you've got some miners down here in the ground pulling out metal ore to send off to a mill to smelt it. And then they pour it in an ingot and then send it to a rolling mill to roll it out so that the people who are going to stamp out the snaps and rivets and zippers can get that metal together. Then all that stuff is shipped off to the people who sew the jeans together, and they've got all this equipment. So thousands and thousands of hands went into making that one pair of blue jeans.
Wow.
There's your job market.
Yeah.
Make blue jeans.
Blue jeans.
Anyway, okay, so we're going to organize the comments later. Okay, we'll I have decided that I'm only going to read out comments that make sense.
Thank you.
Comments that add to the conversation, even if they're like not positive comments based on what we view as the right way to look at things. But if they add to the conversation, those are the only comments that I'll read. But if there are comments that are essentially people having TDS diarrhea in the comments section or in the chat, we're simply going to blink at the comments and just move on. So that's what we're going to be doing from now on, guys.
Sense will win.
Yes, common sense will win, and time is our friend. Time is our friend. Like, the video that I just played with Kamala Harris giving her word salad response during the presidential debate. When we were going through that, and I think it was right after Trump was there was an attempt on Trump's life.
Right.
It seemed like things were just going to explode, that things weren't going to turn out well. But eventually, it's over a year since then. I think the presidential debate happened July of 2024. The assassination happened 16th, I think, July 16th, 2024. And then the presidential elections came and went, and he won. And today, we're still seeing more insanity, more stupidity happening in Congress. And we may feel like, when is this going to end? Well, I have a news flash for you, and you heard it here first. It's never going to end. There's always going to be stupid people out there. There's always going to be people who hate common sense. There's always going to be people who hate you because you love America, you love freedom, you love the things that make America great. And because of that, we're always going to have a job. We're always going to have a job.
Yeah, and hopefully many others like, I just hope Trump is this kind of force this person to role model, to kind of use as a beacon, like the name is just slipped me in my mind right now. Him, he's the best. He's so good. He's the best. Oh, God damn it, man! My brain just went. So who's the first president? Him. Who was the first guy? Who was the first president?
George Washington?
Washington. Yes, Washington. Sorry. One of my favorites ever. Someone like that. Some real strong fucking fights for the people. Fights for right. Trump's going to die one day, and hopefully someone will pick up like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. And lift off and make it even better again. Like, and just not go backwards, man. Like, can't have that. Can't go backwards.
Yeah. Do you know what my hope is? My hope is that us creating content like this, having these conversations, Patricia giving us like some of the stuff she says, I'm like, how does she remember all this stuff? And then she's just dropping it like it's yesterday's news, and I'm like, that I was 3 when that happened. So
yeah. I passed history class with an A.
Okay.
Oh wow, well done.
One of the things that I hope for is that this live stream and videos that we make, okay, and I'm hoping that you guys will start your own channels or your own podcast. And if you're listening and you feel like I want to do the same thing, look, guy, start a YouTube channel, start a podcast. Just do it. You can start by reacting to our videos. You can start by reacting to other news station videos. That's one of the ways I started.
Yeah.
And just tell us what you think. That's all. Okay.
Well,
and
if you search my name on YouTube, you'll find out I did have a channel. I don't know if you can find the videos that was posted on it by me, but that whole channel was set up to grade my schoolwork in in Adobe Flash movie class that we had to make, draw out like cartoons and publish them on YouTube. And then the teacher would go on YouTube and watch our videos and grade them.
Really?
Wow.
So that's why I had a YouTube channel. I've got a channel page, and that was the only thing I ever did was post those videos for class.
Wow.
One of them was the Rock'em Sock'em robot sitting in a waiting room. And they get into it, get up and start punching each other, and the blue guy loses his head.
How cool. How cool.
Patricia, I just saw a video. Okay, I'm gonna save this for another time. I'm gonna save this because you're gonna explain what happened here. You're gonna explain it.
Oh, really?
All right. So if you're watching, you can leave your final comments before we call it a night. We're gonna be back tomorrow at noon Eastern, and we're going to be diving into what's going on with the news and give our commentary, and also give some flashback on some of the stuff that essentially brought us to where we are today. We're also going to be having some fun while we're at it. Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing like looking at the news and figuring out the best way to enjoy looking at the news without raising your blood pressure. And I
Yeah.
think tonight we succeeded at doing that, and I'm glad. I don't feel drained. I don't feel like I lost brain cells. Okay,
No.
listening to
No.
these
How
characters.
can you? You have Patricia. She's awesome.
Exactly. Exactly.
Awesome.
So one of the things that I want to recommend is that you create a community. Okay, I'm talking to you guys who are watching. Create a community of people who you can bounce ideas off. Okay, don't feel like you're by yourself listening to TDSBC and them telling you that the whole world has gone insane. They are the minority. Okay, we are the majority. The people with common
We want to
sense
know
are
their
the
story.
majority. Okay, so we have to find ourselves. We have to keep talking. We have to keep planning. We have to keep creating content. We have to keep connecting with each other and encouraging each other. Leave comments, leave chats. While we were talking, I saw someone in the chat just hitting the heart icon, and I was like, yeah, do that. Okay, figure out a way to engage and to support, and let's just keep doing this. Okay, we are the majority.
I would like to say one last thing.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I found it while I was looking up the fairness doctrine, and it said a principle underlying freedom of expression in the United States is the belief that if truth and falsehood meet in an open marketplace of ideas, truth will win out.
Yes. And it will.
Hallelujah.
So when you think that you don't have anybody to talk to, start a conversation.
Yeah. But Patricia, if you could do me a huge favor, you could send me that statement. I want to put it as part of the description of my channel. I want to have that right there because I believe that it makes sense. It makes sense, and I think more people should
because I left the website open, and I don't know if you know about EBSCO, EBSCO. It's a resource that college students use to research term papers.
Okay.
So I'll be able to send you a link to that very page that's got all that on it.
All right.
Awesome. Or I can highlight it and paste it in the chat.
Awesome. All right, Tony wants to say something.
Me. Sir, please.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I just want to hit you back on because it adds to what you both said.
Yeah.
So continue conversation. Yes. So add conversations, audience. Yes, please. So dive into that, which means like tell us something you want to talk about. Like, just don't comment. Like, say something. Add what you want to talk about, and we'll pick it up, and we'll just just spitball it, man. Like that's how it works. Don't just go hi. Add your thing, please. And here's the second part, right? And I want to end with this. See this? I'm not a Christian, but I was given this. This is Bible. And on the back here, you probably can see this. I'm gonna read that. See that? See that kind of engraving? Yeah, cool. Let me read this. I'm gonna end with this, right? It says, "For God so loved the world that He gave His only one and only Son, that whoever believes in Him shall not perish but have eternal life." And John 3:16.
Yeah.
There you go. This has been awesome. Keep doing it.
Thank you, Tony. Awesome as always. Yeah. So same time tomorrow, Tony.
All right. Cool.
All right. Patricia, same time tomorrow. We are going to be doing this, and It's going to be amazing as we do this together. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching after the fact, leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget you can support us by subscribing. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and use the thumbs up to leave a like, and share the video. Okay, this helps us out. And if you want to support us, consider leaving a super chat or a super thank in the comments or in the chat. And if you want to join us and become a member, you can use the link. Use the link in the live stream video description and join the membership. It helps us keep the lights on, okay, and it helps us. It helps us improve the quality of our work. Thank you so much for being a part of this live stream, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. I'll see you on WhatsApp in a bit.
Okie dokie. Bye bye, y'all.
Welcome to Headlines and History, live news reactions and your views. We're about to go live soon, so grab your spot and get ready for a sharp, balanced take on today's biggest news stories with a dash of historical insight. Stay tuned. Each week, we tackle the headlines that matter: politics, economics, global events with a balanced lens. We'll react live, tie today's stories to historical moments, and spotlight your views in the chat. From trade talks echoing the 1990s to crises recalling 2008, we're here to unpack it all. Your voice drives the show. Share your thoughts or historical parallels in the live chat, and we'll dive into the best ones. It's news, context, and community all in 1 hour. We're moments away from launching Headlines and History. Stick around for live reactions, historical nuggets, and your chance to chime in. Hit the notification bell, prep your comments, and let's make sense of the news together.